After this video, you're gonna have grade 9 keywords, key quotes and grade 9 analysis, other key quotes, and also a bonus Stevenson's intentions to help boost any essay you write about Utterson. The Stevenson's intentions bit at the end is honestly 10 out of 10. A grade 9 keyword to describe Utterson is rectitude. Now, rectitude is just like morally correct behavior. So you act in a way that is moral, honest, and you want to behave in that way. So Utterson is the epitome, so the perfect example, of a character who wants to behave morally or with rectitude. He is scrupulous, another good word for moral, and he doesn't like to go against what society wants. So think, Victorian society placed a lot of emphasis on being a proper Victorian gentleman, and that would have included upholding moral standards, upholding society standards. So we can see here's an example of rectitude. So now we're going through a quote to show Mr. Utterson's rectitude. So here is some grade 9 analysis for a key Utterson quote, mark of a modest man. So the first technique we're going to look at is connotation. Remember, connotation is a word associated with another word. Mark associates a stain. So the fact that he's got a mark of a modest man shows that perhaps because he tries so hard to attain this Victorian standard of having high morals, of conducting himself with rectitude, it is actually marked and stained him permanently. He's almost been tainted, so like stained, with these expectations, and it almost presents him in a bit of an artificial way because he has a mark of a modest man, but the fact he's marked with it is suggestive it's not innate. It doesn't come naturally to him. It's almost like a performance he has to put on. We've got some really nice analysis on the Lightup Hub about Utterson. If you go onto the key themes and Utterson key themes, we go through every single key theme with Utterson with grade 9 analysis, key quotes, everything linked together. That will be so helpful for boosting any Utterson essay you write. The second technique is alliteration. So remember, alliteration is when two words start with the same letter. So if we look at modest man, the M on modest and man, that's alliteration. So the alliteration on modest man almost creates this like subtle rhythmic quality to the phrase. So this repetition could perhaps suggest a sense of cohesion and almost unity. So this could almost show the sense of cohesion and an emphasis on Utterson's character traits. The fact that it's emphasizing that he does conduct himself with this vicissitude. So remember that moral behavior. And it's very integral to his character and how we view him in the novella. Now, here are 3 Utterson quotes that you can use in any Utterson essay. Jekyll, you know me, I'm a man to be trusted. Chapter 5. Again, this signifying he's a very trustworthy character. He placed a lot of emphasis on him being a very respectable Victorian gentleman who is pious, so religious, and scrupulous. Moral. I shall consider it my duty to break in that door. Chapter 8. Think about duty. It is his duty to find the truth, to seek out morality and justice, because again, that's very integral to Utterson's character. He wants to conduct himself with vicissitude, so that morally correct behavior. And then the third quote you can use, this is a very strange tale, Paul. This is rather a wild tale, my man. Chapter 7. So the idea of it being strange, it kind of introduces the key theme of duality and how there's this real conflict in every aspect of the novella, not just within the character of Jekyll / Hyde, but even within the setting, the other characters, and even within such a moral character like Utterson. So GCSE students, use this Stevenson's intentions about Utterson to instantly boost any of your essays. So we can see that Stevenson actually uses Utterson as a vehicle to expose things about morality and ethics in Victorian society. And when I say a vehicle, imagine he actually used him as a character to deliver a message to the reader. So Stevenson can't be in the novella himself, so uses Utterson to almost translate his message as a vehicle to carry it, to drive it over to the reader. So we can actually see that Stevenson uses Utterson as a moral compass. So think a compass gives something direction, a moral compass gives people direction in terms of morality. Because of course, Utterson is presented as acting with rectitude. Remember, morally correct behavior. He wants to behave in the right moral way. because he stands to be a respectable figure to his friends, like Dr. Lanyon, and everyone around him. So we can almost see that he's grounded in a sense of duty and ethics and principles. So although he may be very intrigued by Dr. Jekyll and he has that kind of morbid curiosity, he still remains very rooted in morality and his principles as a Victorian gentleman. So kind of think, overall, Utterson, he acts with rectitude. He acts with a proper moral way. There is allusions, so like hints, of him maybe being marked or stained with trying to uphold this high Victorian standard of morality, but ultimately he still acts as a moral compass for the other characters and is used by Stevenson as a vehicle to convey the message of morality and ethics. So if you like this video, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna put another video just here, that will help you with your Jekyll and Hyde revision.